Hello everyone and welcome into the Maxter Athletic Center for tonight's matchup between the Yeshiva University Maccabees and the Mount St. Vincent Dolphins. I'm Charlie Bendheim, joined alongside by Ari Schopf. Ari, it's good to have you back. Now let's just go quickly straight to the keys to the game. We don't have a lot of time before the game actually starts.
Yeah, the Macs need to do well on the defensive end. They've struggled a lot on that end all season long, and right now their offense is not doing great. So use their defense to help their offense. And then the second thing needs to be taking care of the basketball. They've turned the ball over 45 times the last two games. That's way too high. They're playing against a great defensive team that looks to get out in transition, force steals, and generate easy buckets. So the Macs need to take care of the basketball if they want to win this game.
All right, the Macs have been struggling, but coming up after this, they're going to try to right the ship as the playoffs come nearer and nearer. You're not going to want to miss it coming up after these quick commercial breaks. We got Anthem, we got lineups, we got basketball. Don't go anywhere.
We're living through a difficult time here for American Jews, but the fact of the matter is that in the sports world has been very tolerant to us. The NCAA has more rules than the Code of Jewish Law, the Shulchan Aruch in Hebrew. And yet within the thousands of rules, they say that if a team can't play because of religious reasons, we'll defer the game.
This is not just a sports story. This is a way of seeing American Jewish history.
We're not live right now. Hello and welcome back into the booth, where we are excited to announce that in addition to our regular broadcast of Max Live on the Max Live YouTube channel and MaxLive.com, we also will be broadcasting this season of Max Live on the Jewish Broadcasting Service, that's JBS. This means that all of our home games will be seen by a whole new nationwide audience, available on virtually every cable television provider and streaming on Roku, Amazon, Fire TV, and on their website. So we appreciate this partnership, and we look forward to continuing this great season of Maccabees basketball with them. And now, for the starting lineups, which as always are sponsored by the Yeshiva University Office of Admissions. As you start your college journey, make sure you visit us online to check out all the great virtual events and opportunities we have for YU students, and how you too can be a Maccabee. We will start with the Mount St. Vincent Dolphins starting 5. They go small. They play pretty much 5 out with 5 guards. Number 2, Connor Ween. Number 3, Kevin Ajiman. Number 4, DJ Tucker. Number 11, Joshua Capizzuto, who's probably the star of this team and also the senior on this team, the graduating senior that is. And number 22, Louis Vidal. Who do we have to look out for on this Dolphins team?
Yeah, we spoke about Capizzuto earlier in the pregame show. The other guy to look out for is DJ Tucker, number 4, 6'3". He leads the team in rebounds. Not a big guy, but plays very big. He's very aggressive. He's going to look to get to the rim on the offensive end and look for him to be a big factor for the Dolphins tonight.
They're coached by head coach James Mooney. And now for the Maccabees, their starting 5 is as follows. Obviously, Orr and Mag Zakheim still injured. So they'll go with Gav Landau, number 10, Zevi Samit, number 12, Roy Itkovich, number 13, Dotan Berdichev, number 22, and the senior Adi Markovic, number 32. Now, obviously, Zevi Samit, the best scorer, arguably the best player on this Maccabees team. Who else are we going to have to look out for tonight?
I think tonight's a night for Dotan Berdichev. I mean, he's playing against a team that the biggest guy is 6'3". He's going to have a massive size advantage. He's going to have to use that size advantage, get those offensive rebounds, use his body inside in the post, and this should be a big night for him.
All right, both teams almost ready to go. The Macs have lost 3 straight Skyline Conference games. They need a win tonight and Saturday night if they want to lock up the 2 seed. There are other scenarios as well, but we are underway. And it will be Capizzuto for the Dolphins with the first possession of the game.
Yeah, notice how Markovic is forcing him left.
Capizzuto, now it's Ajiman. Drives right, pulls up from the free throw line, bottom.
Yeah, and that's what Agiman does, so quick off the dribble. He has such a quick pull-up jump shot. It's going to be a handful for the Macs tonight.
Looks like a 2-3 zone from the Dolphins as Roy catches the ball near the low block and instantly turns it over. Capizzuto with the steal. Ajiman, Tucker. Ajiman, a mid-range jumper, no good.
Yeah, we saw that 2-3 zone. The Macs are going to need to be patient. Do not dribble the basketball against the zone. They're going to look to pickpocket and force a lot of turnovers, and we saw that in the first possession.
Dotan down low to Zevi, wide open for 2.
And that's exactly how you attack a 2-3 zone. Get the big man into the high post, give him a nice drop pass to the baseline, easy 2.
Working the ball into the middle, opening things up on the wing and on the baseline as Tucker will try a triple, and he connects.
Yeah, and tricky thing about this team is they don't have any big men, but that means they can play a 5-out offense, which means the spacing for them is very effective against this Max team. They're going to look to drive, and with the 5-out spacing, there's not a lot of help available, so the Max are going to have to spread out and play good one-on-one defense tonight.
Roy, that's usually his spot. Now he'll try it, back iron. Grabbed by Ween. So the middle open, as it will be in a 2-3 zone. Max, though, only scoring on one of their first 3 possessions, as that drive by Tucker does not end in a basket, and the Max come back the other way.
Yeah, the Max, there's 30 seconds in the shot clock. Be patient. Try to get that good look.
It's Dotan. He'll go right. Look for Salmon in the corner, throws it away.
Yeah, and that's what we spoke about. That's just not necessary in this offense. They got a couple great looks in the last 2 possessions, and that time trying to make a nice pass in the corner. That's not needed, and it's going to be a downfall for the Max if that continues.
Landau on Ajiman doing a nice job. Now it's Ween. Vidal first touches. Solid defense, 8 on the shot clock. Ajiman thought about it. Now gives it to a cutting Capizzuto, who tries a scoop layup. Nice finish there. Improvised, was under the hoop and decided to go underhand.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication there by the Max. Looked like they were trying to switch everything on that time. Landau was a little bit late on the switch. Capizzuto was able to get the ball in great position and down low.
Roy got the ball poked away from him, but he's lucky enough to get it back. Dotan in the middle. Roy again keeps his pivot. Roy, wide open, mid-ranger, got it. So Roy, that's his second mid-range jump shot. He's 1 for 2 now. As Tucker with a nice hesitation and finish.
And that's what this team does. They're going to put the ball down on the floor and get to the rim. The Max need to do a good job of playing one-on-one, point of attack defense, stopping that initial penetration.
Free throw line jumper short. Capizzuto skies for the board. But that mid-range jump shot wide open right now for the Maccabees. They have to take advantage as Ajiman, a deep three, gets it to go.
Tremendous shooter. The Max going to need to have their eyes on him at all times when he's on the floor.
And you mentioned at the outset, Ari, that it's going to have to be defense to offense. Yes, the offense is struggling, but it all starts on the defensive end. As another wide open mid-range jump shot. This time, Dotan gets it to fall. But right now, the defense hasn't been good enough.
It has not been great enough. And again, when your offense is struggling, if your defense is able to limit the other team and keep that point total low, even if your offense is struggling, you will still be in the game down the stretch. And so that's what I mean when I say use your defense to keep you in the game.
Dotan down low to Roy. That ball's blocked. Dotan with the rebound and finish.
That's what we talk about, that size advantage. Once they get the ball in the high post, the Dolphins are heavily outmatched by the Max. The Max need to continue to get the ball down there and do damage.
Capizzuto. Oh, beautiful pass. Finds a cutting Ween who thought he got fouled. No call, though. Max will take it. Samit to Dotan. Wide open. Another mid-ranger. So he's going to keep on shooting it until they contest him. And if he's making it, that's good news for the Maccabees. A very streaky shooter is Dotan Berdichov.
Right, what's happening right now is every time the ball is getting to the high post, Tucker, who's that middle man in the 2-3 zone, is staying there. He wants to protect the rim, so he's giving up that wide open jump shot. And for Dotan, that shot is a shot he can make, and I would like to see him continue to shoot that shot, and let's see if the Dolphins make some kind of adjustment to that look.
Adrian Rachi checking into the game, number 15. He replaces Vidal. Dotan now, caught about the three, made a couple twos. Swing out to the corner. Zevi short on the three-pointer, and it goes out of bounds, but that's the way to work it. Maccabees offense looking sharp to begin this one.
Yeah, it looks like the Dolphins brought in Rachi, number 15, to combat that size advantage that the Max have. He's one of their bigger men on the floor.
A steal by Samit, and he'll use his left hand.
And that's defense to offense. Your offense is struggling a little bit. Use that defense to generate those easy looks.
Samit almost got another steal. Instead, now it's Ween. Ajiman gets called for the charge. Capizzuto got the catch underneath the hoop, wide open, but solid defensive possession there. Solid past 2 defensive possessions by the Maccabees, forcing the turnovers. Tie game at 12. Effie Freundlich checks into the game.
Yeah, tremendous awareness by Adi Markovic, sliding over after that initial dribble penetration from the Dolphins, forcing that turnover.
Yoav Oselka also checking in. Roy, wide open from the mid-range. He's 2 of 3 from there.
And a little bit of hesitation from Roy. The shot still went in, but again, if you're Roy, you know you can hit that shot. You don't want to see any hesitation on those open looks.
And Effie with the block helped out Berdichov. Ajiman, a lot of neat ball handling. Try to get the shot up, but Effie right there.
Yeah, despite the size for this Dolphins team, they're going to look to attack the basket all night long, so the Macs need to do a good job of protecting the paint.
Rachi, ball on the deck. Fadeaway jumper, short. Berditchev with the board.
And this is interesting, a two-big lineup with Osalka and Berditchev really trying to drive home that size advantage, especially against this zone.
Roy, back iron. He gets his own rebound. Maybe walked with it. Nothing called. Berditchev pumps. Swung to the corner. Effie wide open. Catch and shoot. No good. Hajiman. Rachi. Hajiman, another deep three. He got it again. That's two deep triples from Hajiman. Kevin Hajiman, listed at 6 feet. He's a junior. Having himself a nice first half.
Yeah, he's not a big man, but he's been the man tonight for the Dolphins.
Samet catches it. Now it's Dotan. Down low to Roy. Pumps, gets it poked away, still has it. 4 on the shot clock. Dotan's going to have to heave up a deep three short. Effie grabs the rebound. Tries a reverse layup with some English, no good. Yoav got it poked away from him, and the Dolphins will now look to attack. It's Capizuto. Ween, reverse layup is good.
Yeah, going back to the last defensive possession for the Dolphins, you saw Rocky came up a little bit higher now because they're aware of that jump shot. They want to contest that shot. And interesting to see how they continue to do that the rest of the game.
Samet was open for a second. Now Dotan looks to attack with the spin. Can't get the teardrop to fall.
And the Dolphins are going to bring that middle man up, and Max need to have somebody cut baseline, and that baseline is going to be open all day if that big man wants to come up and test that jump shot.
Shot was initially blocked from behind, but then they call a foul on Effie Freundlich, so Hajiman will go to the line for 2. High-scoring game right now. 17-14 in favor of the Dolphins. First shot is good. Max have yet to hit a three-pointer. Dolphins are 3 of 3 from downtown.
Yeah, and this seems like what the Dolphins want to do. They want to force the Max to go inside. They want to take away Zevi Samet. He's been the guy for the Max, and it seems like they're very much aware of his presence on the floor and trying to force the ball into the other guys. And the other guys are capable of stepping up, and so far they have, but this is what the Dolphins want to do. They want to force this high-tempo, fast-paced game.
Audi catches down low, gets fouled, 2 shots coming. Capizuto unhappy with the referee that made the call. He's like he was so far away from the play, but I think it was the right call there.
That's exactly what we talked about. If that big man's going to come up once we get the ball in the high post, once Bardishev gets the ball in the high post, and that big man comes up, the baseline's going to be open for those cuts, and Markovic recognized it on that play. Wasn't able to get the layup to go, but he's going to get 2 free throws.
First free throw is good. Now the mid-range jump shot, a lost art definitely in the NBA today, but with a 2-3 defense where they're pushing out in the corners, it's going to force the Maccabees to try to hit those mid-rangers.
Yeah, the mid-range is definitely a lost art, but if you look at some of the best players, especially in the NBA, they excel at that. You know, look at the Kevin Durant's of the world. All those guys still feast on that mid-range. The mid-range is so important.
Hajiman, too strong on the runner. Roy pumps, pivots. Now we'll try it with his right hand and uses the window.
Yeah, great play by Roy, but it looked like the Macs on that possession clogged up the paint a little bit. They had both Bardishev, Roy, and Osalka right in the paint, and that could be a little bit tricky. So for the Macs, make sure you have that spacing in order to get those good looks down low.
Rachi feeds it off to Ween, who gets fouled there by Markovic. So 2 shots coming. 11:09 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, something that just sticks out is how aggressive this smaller Dolphins team is. Yeah, they're not the biggest team. Their biggest guy is 6'5", but they're living in the paint right now, getting to the free throw line, getting to the rim, and the Macs are going to need to do a better job of protecting that. So
now we're going to do our trivia question of the day. question is, which IDF unit did Adi Markovic serve in? And you should tweet your answer with the hashtag @MaxLive. I guess it's now X your answer with the hashtag @MaxLive. Or hashtag MaxLive, pardon me, MaxLive Trivia. And it looks like there's either some blood on the floor or it's a little wet. So what have you seen here from the Maccabees? I know we focused a lot on the offensive end with the 2-3 zone the Dolphins are playing, but for the Macs on defense, what have you seen thus far?
Yeah, I think they've had a very hard time in playing that point of attack defense. I mean, when you got that man in front of you, do your best job to keep him in front of you and not allow him to get by you and get to the basket off dribble penetration. Again, even with the help that the Macs have, and they're exceptional help defensive team, you don't want to rely on the help defense too much. And once you do that, it creates offensive rebounds, fouls at the rim, and so for the Macs, they need to do a good job of keeping their offensive player, the man they're guarding, in front of them the whole time.
Yeah, the Macs often with this man zone, they play very aggressively, and there has to be a lot of communication because oftentimes if you're playing a man that aggressively, you could get beaten off the dribble, so it has to be very communicative. And it's a very taxing defense. They've been burnt for it thus far this season. Hopefully they could tighten things up. Right now down 20-18 with 11 minutes to go. Al Chi checked into the game for the Dolphins. Adi Markovic works his way into the zone, gives it up to Oselka, who hits the floater. Tucker looking for the response. Nice play there, rip over through Samet and finishes with his right hand on the left side.
And what we're noticing from the Dolphins, even after they give up a made basket, they get out and they run. It doesn't have to be a turnover. It doesn't have to be a long rebound. They get out and run no matter what. And at that time, the Macs were not ready for that. Tucker got all the way to the basket for two.
Ball will stay with the Maccabees. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Adi just gets it in time, almost a 5-second violation. Govland out, corner Samet, pumps, sidestep, pulls a triple, back iron. Hajiman skies for the board and look to push.
Yeah, no clean looks for Samet so far.
As Capizzuto knocks down a triple. They have yet to miss a three yet today. They're 4 for 4. And they haven't been the easiest threes. It's not wide open. Hajiman hit 2 deep ones. Capizzuto there. Not wide open, I'd say. As Landau gets fouled and will go to the line for a couple.
Yeah, and that's what the Macs need to continue to do. Again, they're not getting clean looks from three, and that's part of the Dolphins' scheme. That's what the Dolphins are trying to take away. So if you're the Macs, continue to get the ball to the high post and don't force those perimeter shots just because they're not falling. All right, take what's there. Right now, the high post, baseline, entry passes, it's there, and they've gotten a lot of success out of it. Continue to do that, and eventually, Dolphins are going to have to make a decision on what to take away, and that could lead to some open threes.
So I'm going to now, as Landau misses the second, the answer to the question which we asked earlier of which IDF unit did Adi Markovic serve in. So you tweeted all your answers at hashtag MaxLiveTrivia. The answer was Mishmar HaGvul, the border police. So Adi served with them in the IDF. Gets a stop there. Remember to tweet all your answers, future questions, to MaxLiveTrivia. As Effie blocked on the first attempt, second attempt couldn't get it to go, but the Maccabees had it for a second, now lose it. And the Dolphins are pumped about that.
And this is what the Dolphins do such a great job of, forcing that fast tempo game.
It'll be a 30-second timeout by the Macs. We're going to go to a quick commercial break.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
The Seforim sale at Yeshiva University is back. Come join us between now and February 25th to get all your favorite Seforim at the largest Seforim sale in North America. We're open weeknights, Saturday nights, and all day on Sundays. Come check it out in person at YU's Belfer Hall or check out our website, the Seforim sale.com. Link in the description of the video to look at our catalog, events, and order your Seforim. Go to theseforimsale.com, and we look forward to seeing you there. As Oselka gets his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, I mean, I already have enough Seforim, but I'm still going back to Seforim sale. You can never have enough Seforim.
Can never have enough Seforim.
I'm going to make a new shelf in my room just for the Seforim I get this year, so very excited about that.
They say the amount of money you spend on Seforim, you get right back.
Exactly. Priceless.
Priceless, exactly. That was Tucker on the 2. And Oselka taking a while to tie his shoes. Markovich left open for 3. Too strong. Capizzuto now quickly to Chi. Pumps on the 3. Decides better of it. Raichi. Tucker rips, now pulls, and puts it in. DJ Tucker, beautiful mid-range jab and bucket.
Yeah, it makes it so tough to guard because not only are they quick enough to get to the basket, but they have that quick stop, pull-up jump shot, and give the max. It's very tough to guard.
Max looking a little bit lethargic out there. Ball was dribbled off of Effie's shoe. Ajiman picks it up and travels. Rojakovic and Dotan Berdichev coming in for Gav Landau and Yovo Selka.
And we spoke about how great the Dolphins are at forcing this fast-paced game, forcing the offense to make a lot of mistakes, a lot of careless passes. So if you're the Max, make a greater emphasis on being patient, right? Utilizing that shot clock, working the ball around the perimeter, getting the ball to the high post, and waiting for that defense to make a mistake.
Jalen Lewis, number 0, getting his first minutes of the game. Plays the middle of that 2-3 zone down low, and the Max attack right at him. Roy from underneath, too strong on the layup. Dotan grabs the rebound. He'll go up with it and rolls home.
And that's just simple. The Max know they have the advantage down low with Roy and Bardichev. Get the ball to them and just go to work.
Luis Vidal back into the game, number 22. He started for the Dolphins, took an extended period on the bench. It's Capizzuto, beautiful behind the back dribble. Foul going to be on the ground on Effie. It'll be the Max third team foul.
You know, what's interesting is Markovich is shading Capizzuto left, and Capizzuto shoots with his left hand. It looks like he's a lefty, and I think that's what the Max are trying to do. He's not as comfortable driving to the basket with his left hand, even though he's a lefty. So that's just great coaching and great awareness by this Max defense.
So Effie not going to be called for that foul. It's going to be Markovich. That'll be his first foul. Effie avoids picking up his second. As off the inbounds, it's Capizzuto. Vidal throws the ball away. That'll be a turnover, Maccabees basketball.
Yeah, a couple great defensive possessions for the Max. Let's hope it turns into some offensive production. And try to get this game back tied up before half.
Adi to a cutting. Roy underneath, too strong on the layup. It's Capizzuto. Corner Vidal rips, drives baseline, and gets fouled by Effie. That'll be 2 shots.
And this has been an issue for the Max the last few games, especially with some of the injured players they have. They're getting into foul trouble and already depleted depth. Once you get into foul trouble, it's even more depleted. And so the Max can go now to Jacob Roden, try to get some help in that regard.
And Vidal's shoe came off, so he's just putting that back on. Max still yet to have hit a 3 in this one. They're 0 for 5. So this 2-3 zone with the intentions of shutting the Maccabees down from 3-point range has done so thus far.
Yeah, you said it. Those 2 guards especially are coming out pretty high up. And the wings are also very aware of when Sam is in the corner, they step out all the way out. So they're leaving the interior defense very vulnerable because they're okay with that. They want to take away those shots from Zevi Sammet, and they've done that so far.
And the Macs have gotten 5 offensive boards, and they've scored the ball pretty efficiently from inside. Just they're used to shooting a lot of threes and hitting a solid amount of them. It's a majority of their scoring. So having to adapt here. As Dotan catches, never comes back down to the ground. Now he does and gets the ball blocked. Foul going to be called on Chi. Nope, they're going to call it on Connor Ween.
Yeah, it looked like Dotan tried to put the ball up in one motion, jump up and put it up in one motion. Got his own miss, though, and gets to go to the line for 2. He's done a great job on that and offensive rebounding, and that's what they're going to need if the Macs are going to want to get back in this game and win it.
First shot no good from Dotan. So Dotan's been a very exciting piece for the Maccabees. His 2nd year now on the team. Last year he was pretty solid. This year he really took a step up. Macs are going to need him to continue to improve throughout his time here.
Yeah, what's interesting is there are some players on the Macs where you look at the box score and you can say, okay, yeah, that guy had a great game. Dotan's not necessarily one of those guys. He does a lot of small things that don't necessarily get put on the box score, right? But when you watch a game like this, you see how hard he works on the defensive end. You see his facilitating on the offensive end. You know, his presence as a big man and as a guy that's big, that can shoot. He does a lot for this Macs team that you can't always quantify.
Capizzuto was dancing on Markovic. The 2 seniors going at it. That'll be a blocking foul on Adi. He got a little forearm shiver there, as you see on the replay. He wanted an offensive foul called, but he was already going down. Goff Landau going to take his spot. 5:49 remaining here in the first half. Max down by a score of 30-25. We thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday night. Capizzuto comes around the screen and walked with it. He doesn't like the call.
Yeah, it's a great job by the Macs showing bodies at Capizzuto. Once he got that initial penetration, made his way to the basket, Dotan came up, forced him to hesitate, shuffle his feet a little bit, forced a turnover.
Foul going to be called as Roy hit the deck. It'll go on Connor Ween, sorry.
Yeah, the Dolphins have done such a great job communicating on the defensive end. When you're playing zone, it's a 5-person effort, constant communication, constant awareness of where the offensive players are at all times, and that's exactly what this Dolphins team has done, and they've been successful so far.
Dotan catch and shoot from the corner. 0 for 6 are the Maccabees from 3.
Yeah, 0 for 6, but 5 of those have been very contested, and that's why those shots are not going in.
Tucker uses the window. Lead back up to 7. Samet catches in the middle. Now on the wing, that's way off on a 3. Roden with the offensive board, but stepped out of bounds. You don't often see Zevi Samet airball a 3 like that. But it goes to show you how well, this Dolphins team is doing in altering these 3-point shooters' normal flows.
Yeah, I wonder if there's some frustration from Sam. He hasn't gotten any He hasn't scored yet in this game. He's a little bit frustrated, wants to get something going, and that's why you see those rare air balls and rare missed shots.
Hajiman just off on a triple.
Yeah, it's a great look, a pin down for Agiman, come up the top of the key. He got a great look, didn't get to go though.
As Roy flying in, cleans up the miss from Berdichev. Good wherewithal, that's the Maccabees' 6th offensive rebound. That's a step back jumper, is way short. And Salmon looking to push. He'll get slowed up. The Dolphins will be able to set up their defense. Salmon zigzags his way inside, layup no good, the tip no good as well. And Capizzuto grabs the board. 3:45 to go in the first half. Timeout called by the Dolphins. It'll be a full timeout, and because of that full timeout, we now have the pleasure of sending it down to the 3rd member of our crew, looking fly as always, SJ Tannenbaum. SJ?
Era to becoming the leaders of the current Max Youth movement, Adi and Gav have both had tremendous impacts on the YU community as a whole. As tonight is senior night, we at Max Live would like to wish a Mazel Tov, thank you, and Yasher Koach to both Adi and Gav for incredible Max careers, and we wish them luck in their future endeavors. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ, and congratulations to Gav and Adi on their successful Maccabee careers. SJ at sideline suits, looking fly as always.
Very jealous of his style.
Yeah, I can never quite put it together.
Yeah, hours and hours trying to put together the perfect wardrobe, only for SJ to just beat it every time.
Yeah. So. I have like a line of sweaters that I go through for these broadcasts, and that's pretty much it. That's all I got.
So for me, instead of having to deal with that all day, all game, I just go with Max Live shirts and just put it on. It saves a lot of...
That's actually smart. I think I lost mine.
Yeah, I'm hoping Max Live comes out with a little bit more of a complex design.
Yeah.
This will do for now. This will do for now.
Known for our production, less so our clothing line. Now it's Capizzuto with Roy on him. Oh my lord, just brought him to the ground. Ankle breaker, scoop finish. And the Dolphins bench holding themselves back. Yikes. Roy now looking to respond. Gets tied up, that'll be a jump ball. And it'll be the Maccabees basketball with 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Yeah, against this 2-3 zone from the Dolphins, you're not going to want to dribble the basketball. It's going to need to be pass, pass, pass until you get that open look. That time, Roy took too many dribbles. Great defense by Rauchi, forcing the jump ball.
Berdichev. Roden. Oselka, that's a little mid-range. He doesn't usually shoot those. He likes to get right next to the hoop. Landau thought about a three. Roden. Berdichev spinning, using his right hand. No good. Tucker with the board. Trying to extend this Dolphins 7-point lead. Hajiman steps into one. He's off on it. Be an over-the-top foul.
Yeah, the Max caught a massive break there. Hajiman, one of the best shooters on the floor right now. The trail man, wide open look. That time he didn't get to go, but again, the Max need to make sure they're aware of his presence at all times when he's on the floor.
Zevi getting these middle touches. They're trying to get him involved. Now he catches underneath, and he'll put the layup in.
And that's exactly what we need to do. He's having a hard time from beyond the arc. Get him to the high post, get him to the baseline, get him those easy baskets. Hopefully that gets him going, and then he can extend to the perimeter and continue that success.
It's Ajiman. Beautiful pass inside to Capizzuto, who gets fouled from behind by Landau.
Yeah, Aguiman, what a tremendous play. He got around that little pick and roll, and then Dotan's the help guy, looked him off in the corner with a little bit of a no-look pass, found Capizzuto inside, got fouled, 2 shots.
First free throw, no good. So I was mentioning earlier that the Macs do clinch the number 2 seed with a win tonight and a win Saturday night against Maritime. They could also clinch a 2 seed with a win tonight and a loss by Sarah Lawrence tonight, who's playing Purchase, and a loss by Bendheim, and they're playing St. Joseph's Long Island. If YU Manhattanville and Sarah Lawrence all win tonight, YU needs to win Saturday to clinch a 2 seed, and then they'll clinch a 3 or 4 seed with a loss tonight and a Manhattanville win tonight and a Sarah Lawrence win tonight. So that's a lot to remember. Most important for the Maccabees if they want to become that 2 seed is just to get that W tonight. Samit can't get the mid-range jumper to fall, and Oselka and Verdichev got their wires crossed on that rebound. Samit with the steal. Numbers for the Macs. Takes it himself and gets blocked from behind by Ajiman. It was a 3-on-1, and Samit decided to take matters into his own hands and got rejected.
Yeah, tremendous hustle by Aguiman. Turned the ball over on one end, didn't give up on it, hustled back, got the huge block.
3-pointer on the way from Verdichev, no good. I spoke about it a couple of games ago, but Zevi Samit's defense has been so much improved over his time at Yeshiva.
Yeah, he's definitely made a little bit more of an emphasis on that end, trying to do better on that end. It's still not where we would like it to be for a star player, but he's definitely made a lot of strides. I expect him to continue to make those strides over the next few years he's here.
Verdichev no good on the layup. Jump ball called. It'll go to the Dolphins. And the Maccabees, they started off this game so strong. They've lost their offensive touch.
I mean, the Dolphins are getting to the rim at will, and right now the Macs need to find a way to prevent some of that dribble penetration, because right now they're getting clean looks at the rim consistently.
37-29. 45 seconds left in the first half. 15 on the shot clock. Ajiman pumps. Looked like a pass. Salmon again with another steal. That's his 3rd steal of the night.
Yeah, I like what the Macs did there, hedging that ball screen, forcing Aguiman to back up a little bit, and not allow him to turn the corner to get to the rim. That forced that turnover there.
Oselka turns it over. Shot clock turned off. 20 seconds to go, and the Maccabees faithful are just frustrated with the way that this team is playing right now. Roden all the way up on Ajiman with 10. Ajiman, Dotan comes on the help. That'll be an offensive foul called. It'll go on Tucker. So with 5.8 seconds left, the Maccabees will have one last chance on the offensive end.
Yeah, look for a quick hitter here, maybe a ball screen, maybe a pin down screen, kind of free up some shooter, because again, only 6 seconds on the clock, not a lot of time to generate any kind of real offensive set, any offensive motion. So look for a quick hitter here from the Macs.
Froelich checks back into the game. Roden takes a seat. Same thing with Roy. Here we go. Samit zooms to the rim, gets the ball poked away from him, and that'll do it for the first half. Maccabees down to the Dolphins by a score of 37-29. They have yet to hit a 3-pointer, 0 for 8. We are going to go to commercial break and come back with the halftime show, so you're not going to want to miss that, and then second half action, so don't go anywhere.
Hey Macs fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Leket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go Macs!
October 7th was like a case study in that, which is as divided as the country was on October 6th, and it was really divided on October 6th. The morning of October 7th, by the morning of October 7th, the leaders of the anti-government protest movement, the brothers in arms, the leaders in the high-tech community that had created the infrastructure for the protest movement, basically got together like 10 a.m. Saturday morning, and they said, okay, we're done with that, with judicial reform, at least for now. We got to support the government. We got to work with the government. We got to lock arms with the government. There's going to be a ton of needs to support the reservists that are being called up to fill holes in civilian services and functions that, the government may not be able to handle. And within no time, you had literally tens of thousands of these people who had been at the forefront of the protest movement, working together, figuring out how to fill holes. They had contacted the Ministry of Defense and other offices within the government that day on Saturday, October 7th, to say, okay, we're here to help. We're here to put this massive infrastructure to work. Had the protest movement of pre-October 7th not happened, they probably would have had to build it to fill all the holes that needed filling. And it's eerie, and I've never articulated it this way until now, but it was almost like 2023 was like a dry run for a national crisis, because they had the infrastructure set up. They had the communications capabilities, they knew how to get everyone organized, they knew who was good at what, and they put it to work to support the war.
I applaud those philanthropists who are closing their checkbooks and saying, goodbye to Harvard, goodbye to Penn, goodbye to Cornell, goodbye to Brown, goodbye to Berkeley, goodbye to all of these schools that once stood for something great and now stand for the decay and the deterioration and the shuttering of the American liberal imagination. When you're not wanted, go start your own thing, be the cool kid, let others join you, and take note of who did not stand by you, who did not stand by us at a moment like this. That is my proposal for the Jewish future for American Jews.
My proposal is that we should educate the broader American public about who Jews are. Are Jews a religion, or Jews a race, or Jews a nationality? Jews predate all of those categories. It's like non-Jewish societies try to put Jews in a box. Jews predate the box. Who are Jews? We are a joinable tribal group. Joinable is important. Joinable tribal group with a shared history, homeland, and colonizing religion. What I just said is like a paragraph in English. In Hebrew, it is one word that is 2 letters long, Am. We are Am Yisrael. That is who we are.
My story started with a letter in the mail. I took my first steps in New York and felt the energy all around me.
I connected with my Rebbe on the first day of Shir.
My story was learning that the mitochondria is more than just the powerhouse of the cell.
I made my painting from scratch, like really from scratch.
My roommates came here from 4 different countries. We lit one menorah together.
My story was practice every night.
Chavruta every night.
Subway rides, city lights.
In my story, my name was in the headlines.
The bylines.
The University Museum.
My story was my internship at the Supreme Court.
Dancing with the Israeli flag in Times Square.
My story was participating in the only hackathon, not on Shabbat.
The Career Center found me my first job at a top business analytics firm.
My story was becoming best friends with my chavruta.
And holding that NCAA trophy.
My story started here.
My story is just beginning.
The best source of news today is JBS. And viewers should understand that this has become the public square of the American Jewish community. This is where they can get 24/7 information, understanding, analysis, sympathetically, honestly, accurately. JBS should become the address of choice.
We are all one. There is a big power that holds us together. And it's not only about where you live or what language do you speak. It's all about love, if you ask me.
This kind of unity can't be broken. That's why I know in the end we will prevail.
And don't forget the kids playing ball, because that's life. That's life. And we're going to go on living.
I see the metaphor of sports being very important in understanding the life of Jews in the United States. It's not so much who wins the game, but whether you're allowed to play the game, whether you're part of the group. And Marty Glickman's story is a way of studying the question of, do Jews fit in through the metaphor of sports?
But I think the most important story here for people who care about Israel is, even in this trauma, you have Israelis of all walks of life, and I mean all walks of life, coming together in ways, even though we write about some of it and we predict some of it, and so I'm an optimist about Israel, I couldn't have imagined. And I'll give you a couple of examples. You look even in the, every Friday I look on social media because there's some amazing images from the soldiers serving together, and you see these images of how they celebrate Shabbat. And they're in the hull of a tank, and you'll have, you know, you see the challah, you see the wine, you see them saying the Kiddush, but you look around and you're like, okay, so that guy's clearly very religious, right? And that guy is very not religious, tattoo, earring, whatever, you know what I mean? And that guy is a Jew from the East, and that's a Jew from the West, and that's a Jew. I mean, you certainly look at this one looks much more hip and comfortable. You know, he may be the son of a tech entrepreneur, and this one is like the son of a cab driver. And they're all in the hull of a tank doing Shabbat together, and you're reminded that even in a moment of trauma, an enormous challenge, Israel has these systems like national service that keep these disparate and diverse parts of the country together and prevents them from seeing each other as the other. And so it not only gives them tremendous skills in their life that, you know, these young people, formative years in their lives, are learning how to lead and to manage and all these skills that the Army teaches them, but it also just keeps them together.
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center, where right now the Max trail the Dolphins by a score of 37-29. And a reminder that this game is being broadcast by Max Live, as always, on the Max Live YouTube channel and on MaxLive.com, but also for the first time live on JBS, that's the Jewish Broadcasting Service, a viewer-supported 24/7 cable television channel that celebrates Jewish learning, tradition, history, and culture. So we're excited to bring these games to the JBS viewership. And now we have a very special guest. SJ Tannenbaum is standing by, and we're going to send it to him.
Fans, I'm sitting here with Sharon and Mickey, the very proud mother and girlfriend of senior Mac Adi Markovich. Sharon, what is it like for you to be here seeing Adi play in his senior night basketball game for the Max?
First of all, it's the first game that I'm seeing on American soil, because all the time I saw it in Israel at 3 o'clock at night. I'm very proud seeing him playing, doing the effort of collecting all the groups together. It's very, very emotional.
Mickey, what about you?
I think there's nothing better than watching your partner succeed, and that's the best thing. That's the best part of these games for me.
Now, Sharon, you mentioned the situation in Israel. That was my next question. What's the experience been like for you over the course of this year, since the events of October 7th, watching Adi play from across the world as a mother of a basketball player, as a student, as an Israeli? What has that been like for you?
First of all, seeing him here in states that you see all over the country, all over the world, the anti-Semitism growing, and it's a little bit scary seeing him so far away, and I cannot reach or protect him. On the other hand, he's far, and I'm so proud of him being here. He wanted to be in the army, he wanted to go back, and it's tough. It's a little bit tough, being a mother far away from him and knowing, on the other hand, he's safe here.
Well, we got to ask, everyone here at Max Live on the basketball team in YU loves Adi. We got to know, what are Adi's next steps now that he is graduating from YU?
Actually, I don't really know. It is up to him. I think he's going to be staying here at the States. He won't go back to Israel. He's going to be with Mickey.
Any final sign-off messages from either of you before we turn it back to the game for Adi?
Win this game for us.
No choice but to win.
Sharon, Mickey, Adi, we wish you the best of luck here at Max Live. Go get us a win tonight, and good luck in your future endeavors. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. Thank you, Sharon and Mickey. Manhattanville actually just lost, which is big for the Maccabees. As mentioned before, that if they win tonight and Sarah Lawrence and Manhattanville both lose, so YU will clinch. So even more incentive for the Maccabees to try and come back tonight. Also want to give a few shout outs. The assistant coach for the Maccabees, A.B. Rosso. He's a great coach. He's a young coach, up and coming, and he has his own basketball performance company called Rosso Elite Performance, REP or REP. So check that out. Coaches all these YU players. So we're underway here in the second half. Also want to shout out the referee, Mel Chedham. He does a lot of the games. He's a great official. And we want to shout out his niece Elise and their family watching from Michigan. She was cheering for the Pickney Pirate Pom-Poms, and they made it to the semifinals, in Orlando. So a shout out to them. And we thank everyone for watching. As Samet tries a three, can't connect. Max stay 0 for on three-point attempts.
Yeah, and that looks like a little bit of a forced shot from Samet, trying to get one to go. They had a little bit of a fast break. They had some numbers. I would like them to see go all the way and try to get to the rim.
Roy Ikovich gets that one to fall. We didn't get to do the halftime stats, but the halftime stats are brought to you by Lekit Israel, so we'll do them now. Lekit Israel rescuing nutritious surplus food for Israelis in need. And now I already mentioned the Max being 0 for on the three-point shooting. What else do we need to see?
The Max have shot 15 more shots than Gopin, and yet they're down 8. So again, missing a lot of good looks and missing a lot of shots throughout the game tonight, and the Max need to get that going in the second half.
Samet got blocked. Radichip cleans it up. Samet thought got hit in the face, actually. Didn't think so. He's grabbing at his nose. Hopefully he's all right. 4-point game. Runner is short by Capizzuto.
Yeah, great job by Markovic. It's clear that Capizzuto is not comfortable going to the left, and Markovic stayed him that direction, but stayed with him the whole time, forcing a tough contested jump shot.
That mid-range jumper is good from Markovic, so he's got the last two and trying to inject some energy into this Maccabees team and this Max Stern Athletic Center. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, and we're going to send it to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Leket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go Max!
Welcome back. Max down 2. Roy Ikovic starting the second half off hot.
Yeah, Max in a 2-3 zone now, looking to shake things up on the defensive end.
Tucker found a cutting Ween, but it went through his hands.
Yeah, you look at the Max intensity, making a little bit of a run to start the second half, and it seems like the energy in the building is back.
Yeah, and the Maccabees at the end of that first half looked very lethargic. And talking to fans at halftime, no one was super happy with the performance as Samet can't connect. He's 0 for 3 on triples. The Max just can't get anything to fall from outside. And we praised that 2-3 zone from earlier, but it's also just the Max are missing shots.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I mean, again, a lot of those shots have been contested, but that time got the ball in the high post. Samet made a nice pump fake, got some space, and again, that's a shot he makes a lot.
And finally, the Maccabees make a three-pointer. They're 1 of 11 now. Max go up. It's the first time in a while they're leading this one. 3 too strong by Ajiman. Max looking to extend their new lead. Roy at the free throw line. Pivoting, kick out to Dotan. Couldn't handle it, but gets it back. Tried a no-look pass inside. It's stolen by Capizzuto. Ween, Euro step with the left. No good. And another turnover that time by Markovic.
Yeah, and that's what we spoke about in the pregame show. The Max need to do a good job taking care of the basketball. This is what the Dolphins want. They want this up, down, fast-paced turnover transition game, and that's what's going to keep them in the game.
Both of these teams not wanting to put shots up, turning the ball over. This time it's the Max with the steal. Landau inside to Roy. He's got 6 on the second half.
Yeah, and that's how they're going to win this game. Get the ball at the high post, and that's going to generate all of their offense, whether that's a shot from the high post jump shot like we just saw there, or whether we get the ball at the high post and they kick it out. All right, generating the offense from the high post is going to be very important for this game.
Ween off right on the triple. Samet with the rebound.
Yeah, a little bit of a reversal now. The Max are getting going from beyond the arc, and now Dolphins can't buy a bucket.
Roy misses the turnaround jump shot, and Coach Steinmetz is irate with him. He yelled, and it's pretty quiet in here, so everyone could hear it. Maccabees starting off this second half on an 11-0 run. Ajiman hits the shot. They're calling it a 2-pointer. So the Max remain up 1. Samet inside gets the layup to fall. Ajiman's got 12. Samet with another layup. He's doing it well from inside tonight. Hasn't hit many three-pointers, and with that timeout, we are going to send it down to the third member of our crew, Ashtray Tannenbaum. Ashtray?
Thank you very much, boys. Fans, you might have noticed our amazing commentators have been referring to the Mount St. Vincent Dolphins as university instead of college. This is because on January 22nd, 2024, Mount St. Vincent officially became recognized as a university. According to President Susan Burns, the school is really looking to expand into the international community, and for their higher education offerings, they'll rebrand their marketing abroad. We congratulate the University of Mount St. Vincent on this momentous occasion and wish them the best of luck. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. I'll be honest, Ari, I don't know the difference between a university and a college.
Yeah, I'd be lying to you if I said I know, but, you know, again, it sounds like something big.
Well, congrats.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Sure.
We go to university or college for 4 years, and we still don't know the difference between the two, so I don't know what university's doing for us.
Uh-oh, and it looks like we have an injury. Adi Markovic is down. Now we're going to send it to a commercial break. Adi Markovic jogged off under his own power, so glad to see that he's all right. But he has to check out, so Seforim takes his spot, and immediately with a nice dish to Roy, who gets fouled. Raichi didn't like it. 2 shots coming nonetheless.
Yeah, I like that look from the Max there, getting the ball to the baseline. We've seen most of the game, they got the ball to the high post, and that's how they generated the offense. That time they went straight to the baseline, forced the defense to collapse down low. Roy cuts from the high post down low, gets fouled. Great look for the Max.
Free throw is good.
And for the Dolphins, I look to see them be a little bit more aggressive, getting to the basket. They've settled for a lot of jump shots in the second half. None of them have really fallen besides that one jump shot from Aguiman. So look for them to attack the basket and try to get some layups at the rim.
So Idkovic has got 16 to lead all Max scores. Been the catalyst of this comeback early in the second half. Capizzuto taking on Samet. Off to Tucker. Ball poked away by Dotan, and Effie's got it.
Yeah, pressure man-to-man defense from the Max there. Great job by them forcing the turnover and generating good look on the offensive end.
Samet wide open in the corner. Gets the 3 to fall. So Samet, as all great shooters do, sticking with it, gets that 3 to go.
Yeah, you said it. Great shooters, no matter how off the game is, no matter if you're 5 for 5 or 0 for 5, you got to treat every shot like it's a good shot if you're a great shooter like Samet.
Capizzuto, that's a tough look. Wasn't even looking at the hoop. No good. Samet now the other way for the Max. Roy penetrates inside. Dotan pumps, steps back, still has it. Him and Roy play catch. Roy with the left hand. Beautiful little give and go.
Tremendous ball movement from the Max. This is a force of timeout from Mount St. Vincent.
And it took long enough, but the Maccabees have woken up, outscoring the Dolphins by 18 here in the second half. So the Dolphins forced to call timeout, and with that, we're going to send it to a commercial break.
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Member of our crew, SJ Tannenbaum.
Fans,
SJ?
as we get deeper into the winter, the season sickness has started to take its toll on this Max team. Star Zevi Samet and his teammates have been under the weather for the past week, and it will no doubt be a factor in the second half of this game. A sign of encouragement is that Zevi has still been able to make it to Sheer this week, and we'll try to channel some of that energy into getting the win in this game. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. Glad that Zevi's been getting his learning in as well. Obviously, we call him the shark shooter because he's both a shark and a good shooter.
Exactly.
So important that both aspects are running full throttle.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not learn during the week of his farm sale? I mean,
true.
You just can't. So good for Zevi for pushing through.
Maccabees out to a 10-point lead as a slip there by Tucker. That's a little frustrating. And Freundlich the other way uses his left hand, uses the glass. Nice finish there by Effie Freundlich.
Yeah, and look how high up the Macs are guarding the ball handlers, coming all the way up to pressure those ball handlers, forcing turnovers.
Raichi no good on the three. And Freundlich grabs the board. Landau now can't handle the pass. Quick turnover. You mentioned the Seforim sale before, so come and join us at the Seforim sale this Sunday, February 18th, for a day full of amazing events. At 1 p.m. we will hear from Rabbi Shlomo Brody, author of the best-selling book, Ethics of Our Fighters. At 4 p.m., Professor Jeffrey Guruk will be speaking about American Jewish sports legend Marty Glickman. And at 6:30, Rav Herschel Schechter will talk about his newest sefer, Divrei Seforim, so you won't want to miss it. Exciting times here at YU. It's no good on the layup. Rebound does go. Capizzuto, that was.
And that's what we spoke about. You know, they're struggling from beyond the arc. Look for the Dolphins to try to get the ball inside, get some easy looks, get to the free throw line, and then hopefully down the stretch they can get some those looks from the three that they got earlier in the game.
That was beautiful offense there by the Macs. Everything until the bunny where Roy missed it, but then he got his own rebound and got fouled. DJ Tucker picking up the foul. That'll be his third on the game. He's leading this Dolphins team with 15 points. So something to look out for as he's sniffing foul trouble. First shot is nothing but nylon.
Yeah, I look for the Macs to continue to do what they've been doing all game, trying to get the ball inside, putting a lot of pressure on the smaller Dolphins team. And even as we see them hitting some threes in the second half, continue to get the ball inside, because the more you get the ball inside, the more the defense will collapse and the more clean looks you'll get from beyond the arc.
Second free throw, no good. 11-point game, 12-10 to go here in the second half. Chi on the cut. It was a nice feed by Ajiman and an easy layup.
Yeah, that was set up all game long. They've done a lot of dribble handoffs. That time looked like they were going to do a dribble handoff, but Chi goes back there for the easy two.
Selka now underneath. Response for the Maccabees. Ajiman. A little all over the place. 10 seconds on the shot clock. It's Chi. Euros his way inside, flips it up, bounces a couple times on the rim, and then falls home.
Yeah, again, when you're playing that kind of aggressive defense like the Macs are, you're very susceptible to giving those dribble drives. And that time, Chi got all the way to the basket, and he's got back-to-back points for the Dolphins.
Freundlich tried spinning inside, got the ball poked away. It's Capizzuto. The runner is no good. 2 shots coming for Jalen Lewis. He's listed at 6'4", Jalen Lewis. That's the tallest player on the Dolphins. It looks like Gav Landau got hurt there, as you see the replay here. So we're going to send it to a commercial break. Hopefully Gav's okay.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Leket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go Max!
Subscribe to Max Live on YouTube to make sure you do not miss any amazing Max games and highlights this season. And if you want to receive Max news and updates, join our WhatsApp group chat. The link to join is in the description of this YouTube video. Gav Landau walked off under his own power. Good to see him okay. Quick shout out to Shoshana Samit. She's actually not here tonight, so I assume she's watching on the stream, because she's probably the biggest Max fan I know. Turnover, oh, not a turnover. Adi did a nice job getting on the ground and grabbing that. Now finally the turnover. Ajiman on the fast break with the finger roll.
Yeah, this is what we spoke about before the game, the importance of taking care of the basketball, valuing each possession. And you've seen Dolphins have struggled in the second half generating any offense, but these turnovers are leading them to get easy buckets and get back in this game without having much success on the offensive end in the half court.
Oselka drops it off to Roy, who hits the turnaround floater. Max now back up 7. Ajiman, a triple. That rolls home.
Yeah, it looked like Salmon was a little slow to get out and contest that shot. And there was going to need a better communication from Markovic and Salmon on that time.
Salmon with a head of steam inside. Going to get called for a walk. Shout out also the other biggest Max fan I know, Nachi Rich. He's watching, I assume, from Israel right now. His father, Rav Rich, in America. Very excited to see him hopefully soon. But Nachi watches all these games. Huge Maccabees fan, all the way from RBS. As that floater falls by Berdichev. She on the penetration. He got blocked by Oselka. Foul going to be called.
Yeah, it's so important on those ball screens to have good communication. There's been a couple instances in the second half where the Max have not communicated on those ball screens, giving up some open looks at 3, and then that drive to the basket by Chi. Max need to clean up that area in order to finish this game out.
First shot is good from Chi, and it's interesting, this Dolphins team, I mentioned it a little bit before, they don't have so many bigs. Jalen Lewis listed at 6'4", number 0. He's the tallest player. Him and Adrian Racci. I guess Adrian's 6'5", but they kind of play them as guards. They really don't even make their bigs into bigs. They have them more as guards.
Exactly, and what's interesting is every player on this team makes it an emphasis to rebound and to get the, they play big. I mean, even Aguiman, I mean, he's 5'9", 5'10", 6 foot maybe. Hopefully I'm not disrespecting how tall he is, but he plays 5 inches taller. He gets every rebound that's there for him. DJ Tucker's another guy that's not big, but he plays like he's 7 feet tall.
Ball deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Max. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. But yeah, and their ability to turn these bigger players into guards allows them to play a very tenacious 3-2, 2-3 zone whenever they decide. Sometimes they do play a 3-2. Tonight we haven't seen it, as the floater is missed and there's an offensive foul. but it allows them to play aggressively for those zones.
It absolutely does. And then on the offensive end, it allows them to play a 5-out, which puts a lot of pressure on the defense and gives them a great spacing offense, especially for their guards that like to get to the rim, and puts the defense in a lot of pressure because they can't afford to help off of those guys in 5-out spacing.
You see there, the back cut by Ajiman, no good off the feed by Capizzuto, but things opening up for the Dolphins. Markovic works his way down low. Oselka no good on the floater. The next layup is no good as well. He'll get 2 free throws. He's getting to the right spots, is Yoav Oselka, just unable to finish these what seem to be pretty easy layups for him.
Yeah, I mean, some days it's just the ball doesn't go in. And again, if you're Oselka, keep looking to get those looks down low. Keep going up with the ball strong. You know, that time he gets fouled.
Yoav Oselka from Israel. Big addition to this Maccabees team. He'll continue to get better and better as he spends more time with the Macs and continues to perfect his craft. Timeout going to be called by the Maccabees. They're up by a score of 60-54. We're going to send it to a commercial break. 8:15 to go here.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Leket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go Max!
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
For behind-the-scenes pictures and content you won't find anywhere else, be sure to follow us at Max Live on Instagram. And as always, we'd like to thank our Max Live sponsors. If you too like to become a sponsor, email us at yumaxlive@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram or Twitter. 8:10 to go here in what's been a game of runs a bit. It was all Dolphins in the first half. The Max came out strong, took the lead in the second half, and now both these teams trying to close it out as Capizzuto, a deep 3, knocks it down.
Yeah, you saw the Max switch to a little bit of a 2-3 zone there. But again, patience by the guards from Dolphins. Working that ball around the perimeter again, and clean look for Capizzuto.
Markovic back in the game, was injured before. Oselka on the cut, this time gets the layup to go.
Great find from Markovic, great finish from Oselka.
This Dolphins team shooting 6 for 11 from 3. Make that 7 for 12 as Ajiman knocks down his 3rd of the game from downtown.
Yeah, there's 2 guys on this Dolphins team that you cannot let shoot from beyond the arc. It's Capizzuto and it's Ajiman. And the last 2 possessions, they both got pretty clean looks from beyond the arc.
Roy uses the glass, gets that 2-pointer to fall, lead back up to 4.
Yeah, that's been the story of this game.
Ajiman in transition, too strong on the 3. Was open there for a second, decided to stay outside instead of going in.
Something to watch out for as we get, down the last few minutes of this game. Expect to see some pressure defense from the Dolphins, especially with the Max missing Max that time. I wouldn't be surprised to see this full court pressure from the Dolphins coming up soon.
Roy with that bucket's got 25, leading all scorers for this one. Having himself a nice night offensively, and these 2-3 zones that force you to take mid-rangers play to his strengths as Ajiman misses that 3.
Yeah, it's a nice set from the Dolphins. They used Raki to set that initial ball screen, and then he came around and set a pin down for Ajiman. A clean look. He didn't get it to go that time, but a nice set for the Dolphins.
Adi cross court, got deflected. Samet catches it. Shot goes long. Roy fights for the rebound, got it. Layup no good. Oselka. Now it's Dotan. He gets fouled. 2 shots coming. So the bigs doing a nice job using their height and their size advantage. As you see on the replay here, the fight by Roy. Oselka had it, then Dotan put one up. He'll get 2 shots at the free throw line. He's got himself officially a double-double. He's got 15 boards. Now 17 points.
Yeah, I like this line from the Max, having Oselka and Dotan on the floor at the same time. 2 of their big men, really trying to drive home that advantage they have in the size.
Both free throws go down to lead back up to 8. Max didn't play well in the first half. The players looked tired. The fans were frustrated. I'm sure the players were frustrated. They've come out in the second half and done a very nice job getting themselves back into this one. Raichi, the spin, the dish inside. Chi uses the glass. Adi can't handle it. Raichi had a steam with his right. 4-point game.
Yeah, we spoke a lot about how the Max have a size advantage, but it's been the last 2 possessions. It's been number 15 for the Dolphins, Adrian Rashi, using his size to get inside the paint. First time, found the cutting sheet for the layup. That time, got the layup to go over Markovic. Look to see him be a little bit more aggressive and try to get them back into this game.
Ball deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Max. Markovic, he'll try a triple. Short, She with the rebound. Chance to make it a 1-possession game for the Dolphins.
Interesting to have Rashi bringing up the ball as the main ball handler. He's the biggest guy on the floor for them.
Capizzuto, that was a tough shot, but no one got the rebound, so he gets it back. Ajiman pumps, pulls, got it! That'll be a 2-pointer. Max only up 2, but they had a chance at that rebound. Instead, it's a 1-possession ball game. And the referees are going to talk it over to see whether or not that was a 2 or 3-pointer. And they're going to stick with the call on the floor. So 68-66, 4:14 to go here. A win tonight, and the Max, with a little help, could clinch a 2 seed in the Skyline Conference. Dotan. Roy, turnaround jumper, back iron. Rebound by Capizzuto, and the Dolphins have a chance to tie or maybe even take the lead.
Yeah, the last few possessions for the Max have been contested jump shots.
Tie game. Capizzuto with the underhand scoop finish. This is such a big finish for the Max. They've been struggling. They need this win. Turnover and timeout now by the Maccabees. The Dolphins are juiced. The Max Center Athletic Center is silent. We're going to go to a commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Leket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go Max!
Pretending to take it back by Leipert. Give it to Terrell. Terrell! That's right, Terrell, 2 more!
Welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. 68 apiece with 3:33 to go here in the game. And the Maccabees need this one.
They need it badly, and it's again, we have to give a lot of credit to Mount St. Vincent. They had the lead in the first half. Second half, Max came out firing, took a big double-digit lead, but they didn't let the momentum get too far ahead of them. On the road, they bounced back. They found what was working for them. They got to the rim, a couple backdoor cuts. Then they got the threes to fall again. And you see the last few possessions, Adrian Rashi getting the ball inside. You see Kabazuto get the ball inside. Look for them to continue to get the ball inside and then to generate those looks from the outside as a result of that.
Well, the Macs are out rebounding the Dolphins by 10, 39-29. They've put up more shots. And yet, here we are, tie game. Dolphins with the chance to take the lead. It would be their first lead in a while. Hajiman shakes, bakes, misses the jumper. Dotan skies, couldn't corral the rebound, so it'll stay with the Dolphins.
Yeah, interesting from the Macs there. You saw that ball screen for Aguiman, and the Macs switched that and brought Osaka up to guard him. I'm interested to see if they continue that, but that's a mismatch for Aguiman.
Timeout by the Dolphins, and we're going to send it to another commercial break.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Leket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go Max!
We are all one. There is a big power that holds us together. And it's not only about where you live or what language do you speak. It's all about love, if you ask me.
This kind of unity can't be broken. That's why I know in the end we will prevail.
And don't forget the kids playing ball because that's life. That's life. And we're going to go on living.
Pretending to take it back by Leipert. Give it to Terrell. Terrell! It's right, Terrell, 2 more!
Zevi having some jersey issues. That seems to be all sorted out. 68, 3:18 to go. 20 seconds on the shot clock here for the Dolphins, a chance to take the lead. The defense chance arising from the Max crowd. Oh, alley-oop! What a beautiful play call out of the timeout. Jalen Lewis hit his head on the backboard, so we stopped play. My goodness. Just couldn't corral the pass. It was a beautiful drawn-up play, as you see the replay here. Lewis couldn't catch it, but slammed his head on the backboard. He really got up there. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, tremendous play call from Coach Mooney of Mount St. Vincent. Almost there, just a little mishandling the basketball, but great look for the Dolphins.
Adi Markovic wide open for three, decides not to take it. It's Dotan inside, lost it, and then fouls Lewis. So an empty possession for the Maccabees, another turnover.
Yeah, every time the Macs put the ball on the floor, the Dolphins, they get excited. They see that as an opportunity to strip the ball away, force a steal. The Macs need to be careful when they put the ball on the floor, especially in the middle of the paint.
It's their 15th turnover of the game. Dolphins have 17 of their own. Neither team been so careful with the basketball. But in a big moment like that, you want to at least get a shot up. Hajiman, Lewis, and the Dolphins turn it over the other way.
Yeah, and that's just great defensive coverage on the pick and roll, sending two guys to the ball. Hard hedge from Roy, forcing a little bit of miscommunication on the offensive end for the Dolphins, forcing that turnover. .2:30 to go. Adi, now he'll try a three. Couldn't get it to fall. Rachi with the rebound. Yeah, it's a good look from three, but again, it's very early in the shot clock. look for the Max to be a little bit more patient, trying to generate the best possible look.
Capizzuto steps back, knocks it down, and lets the crowd know how many it's worth. Can the Max respond? Dotan, cross-court salmon, catch and shoot, blocked. And it'll be Dolphins basketball with 1:54 remaining. Up 3. Capizzuto, the best player on this Dolphins team, with a gutsy step-back triple.
Absolutely, but going back to that last defensive possession, what a contest from Lewis, getting out there on the wing, getting his hands up, contesting and blocking that Zevi salmon three-pointer.
Max need to stop. Capizzuto. Oh, he got it! Number 11 from downtown.
Yeah, Zevi salmon went under that ball screen, giving a lot of space to Capizzuto, who just hit a 3, and he just went right up ahead, knocked down another one.
Dotan back iron, Capizzuto with the board, and gets fouled by Roy. Capizzuto putting the Dolphins on his back.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision from the Max there, from Zevi salmon going under that last ball screen. You know, when you got a guy like Capizzuto, he's a very capable shooter. He just hit a 3 in the last possession. Going under that ball screen allowed him to have that space at the top of the key to knock down what might be the dagger in this game.
Ratchi gets fouled by Dotan. That'll be the last foul the Max have to give. Next will be a 1-and-1. You're going to want to make sure that Capizzuto doesn't catch this ball off the inbound.
Yeah, try to force the ball into the guy with the hands that's not a comfortable shooter.
Doesn't seem like they're fouling. Ajiman. Now it's Capizzuto. Roy aggressive, foul going to be called. So 1-and-1 coming. And a chance to make this a 3-possession game.
Yeah, I think the Max on the offensive end have gone a little bit away from what they've been good at so far tonight. They've been great at getting the ball inside and going up strong. And the last few possessions, they've settled for some contested three-pointers, which has not been their strength tonight. And now they find themselves in a little bit of a hole.
Capizzuto makes it a 7-point game. Dolphins can taste it now. Max were in such a good spot when Manhattanville lost to lock up that 2 seed. But if they can't pull this one out tonight, things are not looking good. Both free throws down. Capizzuto now leads the Dolphins with 23. 1 minute to go, 8-point game. Oselka throws it away. Dotan had it, lost it. Ball just goes out of bounds. Ajiman almost dunked it after the whistle. That would have been a technical had he done so. So lucky that he didn't slam it. But
he wanted it. He wanted
it bad.
Again, that Dolphins defense, especially on the perimeter, they're aware of Zevi salmon at all times. Lewis has done a tremendous job off the bench, getting out and contesting those shots and getting his hands up in the passing lanes, deflecting those passes.
53.4 to go. It was once tied at 68 around 2 minutes ago. Max haven't scored since. Markovic. Oselka, Samit, he's going to have to throw up some crazy threes. That one's no good. Roy on the rebound, he gets fouled by Chi. Foul will be on, they're calling it on the ground, I believe. .43 to go. That's the 15th foul on the Dolphins, so they still have one to give before any free throws. Dotan. Oselka. That's good. Max now needs stops or some missed free throws. Chi might have got away with the travel. Lost it for a second. Now has it back. Timeout going to be called. A little hectic there for the Dolphins. But they get the timeout. They still have possession. And we'll get the chance to talk it over. Ari, what are the Max going to have to do? I mean, they're going to have to hope for some missed free throws. But on the offensive end, it's almost 3 chucking time, if it isn't already.
I think if you're the Max, I think the number one thing you want right now is to force a turnover on the inbounds pass. Okay? So aggressive, intense, man-to-man defense, trying to force that turnover on the inbounds pass. If you don't get that turnover, look to see if you can trap the ball in the corners, especially. Try and force that turnover to get out and run. If that doesn't work and a couple seconds are coming off the clock, then you're going to have to start to resort to fouling. And as you said, hope for some missed free throws. Still, 34 seconds is a long way, but the Max needs something to happen quickly to get back into this game.
Well, 6-point game. Capizzuto has been the hero tonight for the Dolphins. They get the ball inbounded to Lewis. Ajiman slipped, got it back. Foul going to be called. So 1-and-1 coming by Ajiman. It's been a little hectic for the Dolphins.
Yeah, the Max nearly got what they needed with that turnover there, but tremendous balance from Ajiman to stay with the ball there and draw the foul.
So if he could make one, it would make it a 3-possession game once again. And makes the front end, so he'll get a second. 7-point game. Max seeing it slip away. Started the second half so well, unable to close. He cannot afford to go 2s for both offensive and defensive side of the ball. Samit draws the double, gets fouled on the 3, so 3 shots coming. She gonna get whistled for it. He's got to be careful. Doesn't want to add fuel to the fire here. The Max fans urging him to get a little more frustrated. They want a technical foul called on him.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here. He's got an 8-point lead. 3 free throws here is big, but technical foul can put this game back into a 1-possession game. So very careful here for Chi.
And Samit just not feeling it tonight. Misses the first of 3. And this 2-3 zone, what it did is kind of took Samit out of the game a little bit. He's obviously known to be a good 3-point shooter. Could also put the ball on the deck, but forced other players on this Max team to get involved and to score, and they just didn't score enough.
Yeah, absolutely, and credit to Coach Mooney and that defense executing a great game plan.
Timeout called by Coach Mooney every single time the ball is inbounds. Chaos ensues, but the Dolphins have been able to get away with it without turning the ball over. It's going to be a timeout, a 30-second timeout. We're going to send it to a quick commercial break and be back for the last 22.6 of this one.
Hey Max fans, this is Joseph Gittler, YU class of 1996, founder and chairman of Leket Israel. The skies are reopening, so come and volunteer with us in Israel as soon as you make it here. Please also consider supporting us as you think about your charity. And of course, go Max!
.6 on the clock. Max down 6. Dolphins with the basketball looking to close this one out. It'll be a 4th straight loss in the Skyline Conference for the Maccabees, something that they haven't done in a very long time.
A very disappointing stretch from the Max, and unless something miraculous happens these last 22 seconds, that looks like that's where we're headed.
They're going to have to turn it around. Obviously, they're without Orr, they're without Max, but still unacceptable play here from the Maccabees as Chi gets fouled by Adi. It was a hard foul. Chi was moving fast. Adi got in his way. It'll be a 1-and-1. Hopefully he's okay. Ref's going to debate whether that foul warrants more than just a normal foul, I think.
Yeah, it looks like there's some discussion on that last foul from Markovic, whether or not maybe it meets the criteria for flagrant foul or something of that sort. Ref's having a discussion in midcourt right now.
Adi going over to Chi, making sure he's all right. Well, 20.5 to go here, 6-point game. At least one free throw coming for Chi. Ref's debating on whether it will be more than that. It'll be a normal foul call. So it'd actually be 2 shots coming. Chi connects on the first. Got the roll. Max frustrated. They think that it hit the top of the hoop, but the referee's saying that no, it didn't go over the backboard. And these Dolphins doing a nice job from the free throw line down the stretch here, not allowing anything or any comeback hopes, as Sam are going to have to try a runner 3. No good. Rebound on the ground, 7 seconds on the clock. Dotan misses the layup. Yoav with the offensive rebound. He throws it up and in. Too little, too late, as this one will end as Lewis slams it down at the buzzer. The exclamation point. And the Dolphins beat the Max by a score of 82-74.
Tremendous win for the Dolphins.
Not what the Max had hoped for. That's 4 straight losses in the Skyline Conference. A lot to discuss for the Max. Even with the injuries, they haven't been playing well enough, and with the Skyline playoffs coming quick, they're going to have to improve their game. We're going to go to a quick commercial break and be back to close things out here from the Max Stern Athletic Center. Don't go anywhere.
My story started with a letter in the mail. I took my first steps in New York and felt the energy all around me.
I connected with my Rebbe on the first day of Shir.
My story was learning that the mitochondria is more than just the powerhouse of the cell.
I made my painting from scratch, like really from scratch.
My roommates came here from 4 different countries. We lit one menorah together.
My story was practice every night.
Chavruta every night.
Subway rides, city lights.
In my story, my name was in the headlines.
The bylines.
The University Museum.
My story was my internship at the Supreme Court.
Dancing with the Israeli flag in Times Square.
My story was participating in the only hackathon, not on Shabbat.
The Career Center found me my first job at a top business analytics firm.
My story was becoming best friends with my chavruta.
And holding that NCAA trophy.
My story started here.
My story is just beginning.
Welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center, where the Max just fell to the Dolphins by a score of 82-74. A special thank you to JBS, our new television partner, that's working with us to deliver Max Live to a nationwide television and streaming audience. Also want to thank everyone who made this production possible. Our executive director, Eitan Traurig, executive producer, Zevi Pancer, director, David Raviv, associate producer, Yosef Silver, assistant producers, Matt Loren, Dovid Samson, Zeke Zwelling, and Avery Stepner, and our cameramen, Shmuel Gopin, Jarrett, Lazarus, Doni, Horowitz, and Yosef Bluth. For our Schopf, I'm Charlie Bendheim. We thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday night for the Max against the Dolphins. Again, Max fall by a score of 82-74. Have a great night and rest of your week.